Hello there, hope you're having a blessed day. So I'm going to talk about in this video some things that the YouTube CEO has just released on a letter that he gave on February 11th, 2025. There are three things that he discussed in this letter that I'm going to share with you, one of which is this issue that I said was coming, I predicted was coming, I've said it repeatedly, and it's here. Okay, but one of the specific things that I want to talk about is the dubbed videos, that the AI dubbed video, basically it is being just broadcast all over YouTube and is now replacing a lot of visibility for even bigger channels. Let me show you what I mean. So Hollywood Reporter gave the announcement of the CEO YouTube February 11th, and this is the link to his official blog, but I want to show you a comment on somebody said on the particular video that they did recently. So this is the YouTube algorithms. It's one of those, if you go to your dashboard, YouTube staff, they want to explain to you what the algorithm is and what you can do to get better, success with your videos, and, just random things about the algorithm, which is all a bunch of rubbish because they have over 50 million content creators on YouTube. Only 3 to 4% will ever be monetized because they don't have the ad revenue to share with 50 million content creators. But they don't tell people that. They always say things like, if you do this and this, you might have success. Not that people can't grow and have success, but it's not really, to me, it's almost scammy. If they were to come out and say, hey, guys, you know what? You got a chance to be successful, but you need to understand that we can only monetize and partner with about 3 to 4% of over 50 million content creators. If they'd actually presented their website like that, they probably would have less people uploading billions of hours of content that they make money off of. But I'm just saying that's the reality, okay? So they can talk about their algorithm all they want. Only a tiny portion of any conversation about their algorithm is actually correct. But anyways, this guy here, let's talk about this comment right here and the whole AI dubbed videos and what's happening with that. So this comment, he says, I'm a video editor for a children's channel, and I noticed that the audience that normally watches the channel's videos are watching videos from other countries with AI dubbing, meaning countries where the AI dubbing is now released, but we don't have it yet. I know this because I know a friend's son who stopped watching content from my country, and he's consuming dubbed content. This is additional competition, and it is unfair because we don't have the option for AI dubbing yet. People from other countries have become competition. We can't do anything about it other than watch our views drop because of the increase in the number of dubbed videos caused by AI. So in this particular video, there's people who are content creators with millions of subscribers that are sounding out in this video right here that was from 3 weeks ago. This is the YouTube algorithm discussion. They're going to explain the algorithm to us, which, okay, the people have spoken and everybody knows. We're not falling for your rubbish anymore, okay? So, like, subscribers should see your video regardless of the algorithm. But anyways, there's people, and if you go through this comments in this particular video, which in fact, you know what, I'll put the link in the description. There's people, big channels, speaking out, sounding out, and just calling this a bunch of nonsense, right? That they have had huge drops. We're talking channels with hundreds of thousands, and I've seen it. I have seen channels, okay, with hundreds of thousands, and they're hardly getting any views. It's not anything they're doing. They're not slackers. They're not falling out. They're not doing less. It hasn't anything to do with anything that they did, okay? So now let's talk about this particular letter right here, okay, and his bet for 2025. First of all, saying that it is the most that the TV is the most frequently used device for YouTube, I don't believe that. I think that's something that they're saying because they want to push advertising, but they're also, keep in mind, when they're pushing and anything new technology, do know that there's a lot of investments and investors behind that, okay? So it doesn't matter if people are actually responding positively or doing what they're saying. They're going to say, this is what it is. TV is what people are watching the most on. This is what it is, okay? And because that's what advertisers want to hear, and that's what investors want advertisers to hear. It doesn't even matter if it's true or not. But here's something interesting they're doing that they're going to be pushing is the ability to, if you're sitting on your couch, so what they're wanting is they're wanting people who's sitting there watching TV, they want their interactions. They want them to interact with like the TV, like, so they can, if they want to make a subscription, or if they want to make a payment, or if they want to make a comment or a like, they can sit there on their phone and connect to their account on TV to interact from their phone on their couch. And see, this is invasive, and this is what billions of people don't want. We want to, it's bad enough, in my opinion, for them to make YouTube on like Roku TV or whatever, for example, to where you have to sign in to even watch YouTube. To me, I feel like they're cutting themselves short if you just make it to where you just click on your TV and you're not being tracked and stalked and followed, and but they're trying to dig into your watch behavior now inside your home. They're trying to take all this tracking you and stalking you. I mean, I'm just being a little bit dramatic, but I'm just saying they want to watch everything that you're watching so they can suggest it. They can push who they want you to watch based on what they are saying. They're like, their whole thing is like, well, based on this, we're suggesting these videos to you because, and it's a bunch of nonsense. They push on people what is sponsored, what people are paying visibility for, okay? That's what they're pushing. You hear a lot of people complaining like, why are you suggesting this video to me? I've told you 100 times I don't even want to see this channel again. I don't want to watch this kind of content. This is nothing that I have ever even clicked on. Even though, you might be some things, like for example, if you click on a dog video, and then you'll be seeing a whole bunch of that. But there's a lot of things. Was no way I would have any kind of interest in that type of content, but they push. See what I'm saying? So there's a lot of pushed content based on what they want you to watch. Now they're trying to dig into the TV and have you connect via your phone. And I will tell you, I will never sign in on my TV and watch anything on my TV so that that I have to like tell them who I am, any way that it evades my privacy. And I feel like they're probably going to hurt the platform the more they push that, because they've even to some point talked about making to where you have to sign in to even watch YouTube, and that will kill the platform because billions of people watch without signing in. That's why a lot of bigger channels are saying, oh, I see this % of people subscribe to me, and but most people watching are not even subscribed. Why don't you subscribe to me? It's because they don't want to give up their privacy. So respect that, right? There's a huge amount of viewers for YouTube that are using VPNs or just don't want putting cookies in their viewership. They want their privacy, and I'm one of those people a lot of times. So anyways, it says that last year YouTube saw more than 40% increase in channel memberships. So they have made it to where you have to have like less subscribers to participate in certain things with YouTube. But let's go back to the whole dubbed. Okay, so basically if you're partnered with YouTube, you will eventually have the ability to create a video that other people in different languages, like let's say if I make a video on how to crochet something, somebody from Germany that doesn't speak English, or from Malaysia, or whatever channel, it gives the ability, if you're in the program, for other people around the world to use that. But see, here's the thing, they're already pushing auto-dubbed videos around the world, but it's really unfair because only certain countries have access to that particular feature. So anyways, there's a lot of people complaining about huge drop in views, and we're talking big channels. I consider them big channels, but anyways, then let's talk about the second thing. Now, I have said, guys, if you're somebody who gets tips Okay, there's a big change coming. I've covered, one of the things I do on my channel is if it's specific type of cases that I like to follow, I research cases, I look for cases, I read cases. I do have a Pacer account, so sometimes I will even use that to find cases if I can't find it online. But anyways, there's been, like, I think 14 states suing platforms about abuses and exploitation of children, all the way up to teens. And I think Florida even passed a law where you can't even sign up for social media until you're 14. Facebook has been, as a courtesy, you're not allowed to have a Facebook account until you're 13. YouTube is one of those platforms that little bitty tiny kids are on YouTube, and they had advocacy groups going in, and they made a big change several years back to where now little kids can't even have comments on their videos, which is unfair to them if they're trying to grow as a channel, because they can't get comments, which kind of helps with the algorithm to, grow their channel or whatever. But they can go into live streams and communicate with adults and jump in. It's just not even appropriate. And worse yet, you have adults all across YouTube who are making a lot of money off of tips, who are taking money from little kids. Now, granted, you may not know it's a little kid, but some people, they don't even care. You standing there on a corner taking money from little kids, in my opinion, right? So the YouTube makes 30% of tips, right? So I've talked about the lawsuits that were saying, look, you need to have parental controls. You can't be going around, doing certain things with kids and making addictive things and blah, 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 blah. So I said, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. The change is coming. So will it have that effect? Well, they don't talk about, oh, this is going to change. No, they don't tell you that in this article, right? But I have been saying this is coming. So they're making it look like they're doing it because they care about kids. But I'm telling you, this was forced. Okay, these lawsuits from attorney generals from other states, they've sued TikTok and Instagram and Google and YouTube. There's various types of lawsuits going on against YouTube. They broke up the monopoly. They closed down Google Chrome. Google itself let go 25,000 employees just recently. So there's a lot of different things going on. Okay, but ad revenue, guys. Okay, ad revenue and visibility go hand in hand. So if there's less ad revenue, and then you have this dubbed audio stuff, okay, and the software and all those partnerships and investments and pushing auto dubbing, and yeah. So let's talk about that. It says, we're using AI to help creators find new audiences. For videos with dubbed audio, more than 40% of the total watch time comes from viewers choosing to listen into a dubbed language. Last year, we launched auto dubbing. This helps creators translate their videos in multiple languages with a touch of a button. We'll soon make auto dubbing available for all creators in the YouTube Partner Program. So we'll continue to make improvements here and expand to more languages throughout the year. So they have been pushing this auto dubbing. So you'll see, just like that guy said, there's a lot of increased views going to other countries because of the auto dubbing. Okay. So across all of our AI efforts, we're focused on building the right guardrails to protect creatives on YouTube. This means developing new tools to help individuals detect and control how AI is used to depict them on YouTube through a pilot with the creative industry, some of the world's most influential figures. Interesting. We'll soon have access to this early stage technology. Now, why are they saying it like that? Some of the world's most influential figures will soon have access to this early stage technology. Yeah. Investors, people in the background, are controlling what's happening on YouTube. Anywho's, okay, moving right along, okay, in regards to the children. So there's teens, things that's going to affect teens specifically. That means what's considered a child, when you see the little thing about Kids app and kids on YouTube, 13 and older, they consider children, according to YouTube's terminology, under 13. Right? They not even allow comments on their videos. So now they're having teen supervision on YouTube because of the lawsuits. And I'm just going to say it, right? I don't care what they say. I've been covering those lawsuits. If you've watched my videos, you've probably heard about it already. So Beginning to roll out to families globally this week, the first iteration of this experience builds on our existing supervised experience for preteens. Talk about little kids. Parents and teens will be able to link their YouTube accounts in our new Family Center hub. So they're going to have parental controls. So the little kids shouldn't be able to go into live streams and purchase things, give tips, buy subscriptions, okay? Because as it should have always been, parental controls on YouTube from preteens to teens to little kids, right? Anyways, so this is now coming out. So there should be, that's definitely going to, have an effect on people who get subscriptions and, interactions and viewing, because it talks about they're going to be able to see where they're commenting, what they're viewing, what they're uploading, basically all their participation from little kids to teens. Little kids, preteens, and teens. Okay, so the new experience is designed to keep parents informed about their teens' channel activity on YouTube and help them provide encouragement and advice. Now, they put it all in this family-friendly stuff, but the bottom line is, okay, there was exploitation, accusations of exploitation, deceptive devices, and basically making things addictive. So they're like, limiting time, and not encouraging them to watch more videos and just stuff like that. The way they have set up their algorithms. But you can go watch my videos about that. I'll try to dig out a link to one of those videos. I went in and got the actual case and shared those cases in specific if you're interested in that. I'm just saying. So, because there are millions of kids to teens on YouTube. So that will have some effect also. But as far as, I don't know if you have seen the whole AI dubbed stuff, but the AI stuff coming on YouTube is going to make a big difference. And these guys here, I'm sorry, but they're talking about, well, if you do this and this, and someone said, talk about they did away with the average view rate, but what you're seeing is huge drops in a lot of channels. Let's just talk a couple of these. I'll share a couple of these comments. Okay, it says, you just mentioned the key phrase at minute 2:45, big creator. It really feels like YouTube prioritizes big creators these days, leaving smaller creators struggling. I used to get 5,000, 10,000 views on my videos, but I'm now lucky to reach 500 to 1,000, and often even less. And then a lot of people are complaining about that they're not showing like when you upload something, all your subscribers should get a notification if they've got the bell on. Yeah, that bell is a joke. And I've said this personally. I've said, hey, I didn't see your video. I've got my bell on. I want to make sure I don't miss so-and-so's live stream when they're on. I want to know when they're live, right? But this is a problem that they're not getting that notification, right? And a lot of them are saying this, and so am I. It sounds like the algorithm doesn't care who you're subs to. It's going to show you what they think you want to see. Now, that's one of the things they talked about in the video, is like they're trying to pull from what the viewers want. And all that's a bunch of nonsense, because a lot of the viewers across YouTube are not even, like, they're viewing on their devices, and they can't even, like, know where they're from. They are not able to track them because they're making it that way. So what about those people, right? Okay, and there's a lot of viewers are those people. Right? And then there's the non-stop live videos. There's this phenomena of channels who literally have had live streams that are non-stop live. Like you click on something, say it's live, but it's not live. And it's been ongoing for months. Like, how are those people even able to do that? So Mr. Hillbilly here says, I follow a lot of channels, and it's sad the notification will pop up saying, blah, blah, upload a new video. And when I get there, I find out the video's been live for days. So these are intentional things, guys. Then there's this person with a lot of people that responded to his comment saying the same thing. So this is systemic, is what I'm saying. I look at my shorts, they've got 70-30 or 80-20 swipe ratio and 130 plus retention rate, yet they get stuck at 400 views for months and months. And then a lot of people saying it's the same. They're capping people. They're rationing people. And I have always said this, that yes, they ration people no matter how many videos you put out. They ration people because they only have so much ad revenue to give out. Period. End of story. That's the facts. So a lot of people chiming in on that, saying the exact same thing. It is systemic. So here's an interesting one, the Confused playlist. As a very small creator, I have 2 channels, and I'll experiment by putting the same video on both channels and get wildly different results for the same exact content. And I've always said this, it doesn't matter what the quality of the content is. Okay? I've had a video blocked on one channel, but be just fine on the other. And I've even shared that where I had one of my shorts was blocked, and yet I uploaded the same exact thing and no problems. It's systemic. As someone who's trying to learn the system, what am I supposed to do with that? It's blocked in one channel, just fine on the other. I've had my own channel not recommend me to myself after I upload. I thought that was interesting. And then this person says, my channel used to consistently get at least 20,000 views and often more. Lately though, it barely even hits 100. Despite my content remaining consistent and keeping the same touch throughout. Then there's some more AI taking over non-AI type content. This is Johnny Johnson history. As a movie reviewer, I take it all more seriously if my segment of YouTube wasn't dominated by AI movie recap channels popping up every day with instant 100,000 subscribers and countless views. So these countries that are getting this program of the AI is being pushed and they're getting in the visibility, it's affecting a lot of American content creators in other countries. And this CEO, I believe he's from Indian. I don't know who's pushing him. You have different executives who are behind monetary decisions and partnerships with YouTube, but you have to know what's going on behind the scenes on a bigger scale with YouTube to really understand what the heck. People are like getting so frustrated because they're getting very little views, or it just seems like it is just, this is why I say my presence here on YouTube is I make videos that I like, okay? And if God wants to grow me, he'll grow me, right? And I just want to meet other believers. But I could never take YouTube and look at it as a serious business thing where I would need to rely on income and stuff like that. I feel bad for people who have. But I think that people need to know the bigger picture of what's happening, on YouTube. So anyways, I just wanted to share this, and I hope if it's in any way been helpful. I appreciate your comment. Maybe things that you've noticed happening, maybe some changes. I think that pushing the AI stuff, giving the visibility to AI, I think it's unfair, right? I won't go into Walmart and use a self-checkout unless I'm in a lot of pain, I'm in a hurry, I only got a couple items, just because I don't like robots taking over humans. I think it's wrong, okay? And it's even affecting YouTube content creators. The AI stuff is replacing them. AI dubbed movie content, AI dubbed anything, that's where a lot of visibility is going to. And yeah, so that's it for this one. I hope you have a blessed day.